Good morning, Business Exploration kids. I'm hoping everyone's doing well. This is the week of Monday the 20th through Friday the 24th, and we're going to do management. So I've uploaded the management unit materials folder that contains the video, notes, assignment, and test, which is an open notes test. You're going to use the video and the notes to do the assignment, and then the same to do the test. The assignment's due on Wednesday by midnight, and the test is due on Friday by midnight. All right, I'm not going to go through all the notes with you since you can read yourself, but I do want to touch on a few things. All right, first I want to talk about the two different management techniques. So on page 3, tactical management versus strategic management. Tactical management is a technique in which manager is more directive and controlling. The manager will make the major decisions and stay in close contact with employees while they do the work to make sure they're doing it correctly. As with strategic management, the manager is less directive and they involve the employees more in decision making. A manager using a strategic technique will trust their employees to work without their direct supervision and will seek the employees' advice on important decisions. Many times it's most effective to use a combination of both of these techniques when managing employees. There are specific times when you want to use one or the other, and I want to go through those. Choosing a management technique. When should you use tactical management? When you're working with part-time or temporary employees. You're working with employees who are not motivated. When you're working under tight time constraints. You have employees that are not experienced and employees who prefer not to be involved in the decision making. You should use strategic management techniques when your employees are skilled and experienced. The work is routine with few new challenges. The employees are doing work they enjoy. The manager wants to improve group relationships, such as making the people feel like they're part of a team or even a family. And then lastly, employees are responsible to take responsibility for their work, the results of their work. All right? Then there are the 5 types of management styles that I want to go through. The first one is autocratic. Autocratic management style is one where the manager makes all the decisions unilaterally without much regard for the subordinates. So the managers make the decisions and the employees live with them. All right. Next one is persuasive. This is where the management style involves the manager sharing some characteristics of that of the autocratic manager that we just spoke about. But with persuasive managers, they're going to maintain control of the entire decision-making process while involving their subordinates in it, making their subordinates understand why the decisions that are being made are in their best interest as well, so that the decisions that the manager are making are going to benefit the employees. All right? So even though the manager is making all the decisions, they're making the employees feel that it's going to make the best decisions for them. In a democratic management style, this one's pretty simple. The manager allows employees to take part in the decision making. Therefore, everything's agreed upon by majority. If you're going to use a truly democratic management style, you could have some serious problems, but you'll read about those as you go through the paragraph that describes democratic. Next one is chaotic. This is relatively new. This is where it gives employees complete control over the decision-making process, but you're in a situation where you've got very highly skilled and motivated workers who are responsible enough to do their work without being directed in certain ways. Google uses this type of management style, and it's worked very well for them because they've had very committed, very experienced, very skilled workers working for them. All right, and then lastly, the last one is management by walking around. I use this a lot with, all of my businesses, where you walk around, you listen to what the employees have to say, their opinions, their ideas, their concerns, and then you make your decisions based on what you've learned by walking around and talking with your employees. All right? So those are the 5 different management styles. And then the rest of the notes I go through, I just show you leadership characteristics that you can go through yourself. I do want to talk about influencing people. There are 4 types of influence that you can have on people. All right? The first one, I'm sorry, I just scanned by it. The first one is called position influence. That's when you influence people, your employees, because you have a position over them. You're their boss. Then they have to listen to you because, you could fire them if you wanted to. All right. The next influence type is reward influence. That's when you have influence over people because you can offer rewards if they do things well and take away rewards if they don't do things well. All right. Third one is expert influence. That's when people do what you ask them to do because they consider you an expert in the field and they know you know what you're talking about. So they follow your directions because they know that you know exactly what they should be doing it and how they should be doing it. All right, and then lastly is identity influence. This is because they respect you, or they like you, or they want to please you. All right? Those are the 4 different types of influences. And then we talk about just definitions that you can go through, but permanent versus temporary employees, full-time versus part-time employees, types of compensation. And then I want to talk about a few more things. In today's work schedule, things are changing dramatically where people don't have to be at work all the time because they can work from home with all the new technologies. They can use the phone, the computer. All right. So some of the things that have come up is, well, there's 5 of them, but I just want to concentrate on the last 3. Number 3 is job sharing. That's when 2 or more people do the same job. All right. So if you have 2 people that want to work part-time and can do the same job for 40 hours, 20 each, then they can share the job of one person. They can split it between the 2 of them so they don't have to work as many hours away from home. All right. Then there's flex time. That's when you let your employees work when they want to work. They'll still put in their 40 or 50 hours a week, but they're going to decide what time they want to do their work. All right. A lot of people are more productive in the evening than they are in the morning. And then there's also flex place. That's what we're doing right now. We're working from home using technology to allow us to work from home, that we don't have to be in work to actually do the work that's required of us. All right. And another thing that goes along with that is telecommunicating, where you're using the phone to do your business. All right. All right. You're going to go through the rest of the notes. There's not much more. And then you're going to do, like I said, you're going to concentrate on doing the assignment by Wednesday at midnight and then doing the test by Friday at midnight. All right. All right, I hope everyone stays healthy. And if you have any problems, I'll be on email from 8:30 in the morning until 2:30 in the afternoon every day of the week. And then I also will check my emails at night in case anyone has any questions. But I'm not going to be on all night long. I'll check my email probably 3 times between 2:30 and the time I go to bed. All right? All right, good luck, everybody. Bye-bye.